Hello, guys. Welcome to our podcast, our incredible podcast, Seekers. Today, we're with our special guest, Cami. She studies here at CHCH, an incredible school. And yeah, Cami, introduce yourself, please, to our viewers. So, who are you? How old are you? Everything.
So my name is Camila. I am from New Jersey, but I'm a current boarding student. I've been boarding at this school for all 4 years. My last year before I graduate, and I am currently 18 years old.
That's great, Cami. That's great. So, today is a really interesting podcast because I think it was just a week ago we had the amazing news that you were accepted in one of the most prestigious universities of the world.
Yeah.
So, you want to tell us, well, first a little bit about, I don't know, first, how was the process, these first steps towards getting to this acceptance? So, what do you think that is the first thing to start if you want to study or if you want to get accepted in a university such as yours?
Yeah, so I got into the University of Pennsylvania. When I started college researching, the idea seemed beyond me because my parents didn't go to college. I'm first generation. My older sister didn't go to college as well. She just attends a community college, so nothing like application wise. She never went through that. So it was my first time encountering how to fill out applications, how to fill out financial aid, everything like that. So when I thought about applying to colleges, I thought, okay, I'm gonna apply to Rutgers or schools with or higher acceptance rate. So nothing like Ivy League. It was an idea that I just did not think about um, until my junior year. There was a program that I heard of called QuestBridge, and it aids to help students who are first generation, low income, so who don't have the access or affordability to go to college. And basically, through that process itself, you begin. Oh, there's two. There's a junior program and a senior program. But I started knowing more about it when I got accepted to their junior program. It's been more competitive, so over 16,000 students applied and only 3,000 got in. And then you attend the conference over the summer where they tell you all about the colleges they partner with. So that's all the Ivy Leagues, except Harvard, and a bunch of other liberal arts institutions that are top 20. Um, and then from there, I did start learning, okay, like what is this process of earning a full ride? So that's the senior program. So in the junior program, you get access to how to start an application, how to start researching which colleges you want to get into. Yeah. So
Wow.
that's just the start so far.
That's great. So yeah, first that you're first generation, well, it's incredible. I think it's a lot of motivation for all of our viewers because yeah, sometimes we think that no, we're not made for that just because my parents didn't study college or my sister or anything. But I think that they're just limitations that we put in our minds. And yeah, you basically lived it, that you're capable of doing everything.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. So my next question is, how did you view yourself like 1 or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Did you thought that you were gonna end in an Ivy League school, or how was that?
Yeah, so 1 or 2 years ago, I was probably bed rotting, honestly, in my room, just watching TikToks. I didn't see myself going to a top institution. When I got into this boarding school, I it's not that I didn't have any high expectations. It's just that the idea seemed so far away that I was like, oh, college is in years. I don't have to think about that. But then it was also like, I have to go to college.
Yeah.
If I'm going this far away from home, even though it's 4 hours away, I might as well push how much I'm working and try hard in all my classes,
Yeah.
right? Because my parents are basically letting me go to this school that's far away. I might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And even if I might not be the best, because when I came to this school, I I think I was like one of the only few Hispanic students. So the rest of the people knew each other, and I felt so scared to interact with them.
Yeah.
So that itself was like, oh, how am I going to get into a good college if I didn't start building up my resume so early? I didn't start getting involved in clubs until my sophomore, junior year. So it felt like everything was last minute, that like I could not get to a top school. I might as well just do something small and that's it. So yeah.
Whoa, that's incredible. So yeah. Also, again,
Yeah.
a limitation that we put to ourselves is no, and also for Hispanics mostly. I haven't gotten through this experience, for example, of clubs, or I haven't gotten an internship, or all those things that U.S. citizens have done,
Yeah.
and that we feel like, oh my gosh, yeah, they're at another level. We
Right.
cannot reach them. But I'm sure that maybe one U.S. citizen that have made all the things didn't go to UPenn.
Yeah.
So it's great. Also, I wanted to ask you, what do you think that were those, I don't know, those values or those key elements of yourself that led you to, I don't know, to purpose, to have an objective, a goal, and accomplishing to it and do it? I don't know, those elements that led you to UPenn.
Yeah. So I think a huge value of mine from the start coming into the school was independence. When I was younger, and to this day, my parents always worked full day, so I had to learn how to do a bunch of my own duties, such as doing my own laundry, cooking for myself, cooking for my little sister, taking her to school, and then walking to school myself. So I had to learn a lot of these responsibilities on my own that made the transition into boarding school a bit more easier because I already knew how to be independent. But I had a roommate my freshman year. She didn't know how to do any of that. She didn't know how to use a vacuum. Not to put her under the bus here, but it was something like a value I held dear to me because I wouldn't have not been so prepared for boarding school if I didn't have that past, right, of my parents, working hard. And I just had to learn from there based on what my mom taught me, right? So yeah, I think a lot of it was independence, but also their hard work, because I always see how much my mom works up to like 13 hours and my dad working nearly the whole day. And despite being tired, despite kind of complaining like, oh, my hands hurt, or I'm just so tired, that I wanted to work hard to make sure in the future they wouldn't have to put themselves through that. And I think no matter how much they push through all the challenges they face during work, it was like, okay, this is going to pay off. I'm going to make sure that the opportunities they've given me by leaving their parents and leaving their families and coming to this new country is going to pay off. It's going to be worth it. And if I can do that by getting to a top school or just studying as much as I can, then that's worth something for them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Cami. That's great. Thank you for sharing that with all our audience. That's beautiful. We can see how this resilience, how this determination that you have gotten you have gotten you incredible results. And yeah, it's beautiful how you take all those things not as things you would regret of, but as opportunities of growing and becoming a better person and supporting your family. That's great, Cami. And well, I think that for the final question, for finishing with this incredible podcast, I would like to ask you what would be the number one advice that you would give to any teenager out there that wants to get to top schools that right now
Yeah.
doesn't see the path or how is he or her gonna do it, but have this desire. So, what would be your number one, yeah, thing that you will tell them?
I would say definitely start those applications as early as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Look at different programs that can help you with that process, because I wouldn't have never known about it hadn't I done some research and connected with my college counselor. So communicate a lot about that, but also do your own research at the start. And don't think it's just about stats, just about like SAT scores, all that. Obviously, that is a great thing to have, especially if you have a high score. Um, but I actually went test optional, so I didn't submit any SAT. So know that it might seem like there's a lot of limitations,
Mm-hmm.
but if you take advantage of all those essays,
Mm-hmm.
so writing your heart out, like genuinely be yourself and explain why I did this, like why I did co-curricular this and why this ties into what I want to do in my future, how this college, their values match with yours, so that way you seem like, okay, I'm a good fit for you, and this is why you should accept me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So really write those essays and start them as soon as you can, so you don't feel stressed out during senior year,
Mm-hmm.
and that you actually explain why and how this will be a grand opportunity for you, because that's what colleges want to see. At the end of the day, they don't just want to see like 1-2 sentence answers, or you just explaining about a major, like genuinely explain, okay, this is what led to my passion,
Mm-hmm.
the start of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's incredible advice, Cami. So, thank you so much. I will be always open here in our comment section if you want to ask a question to Cami, or if you want a second episode, you just have to like and comment which other question you want to ask to Cami. I'm not compromising Cami, but I'm sure that she'll be happy answering the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whoa, thank you so much. It
No
was
problem.
incredible value that I'm sure that the ones who see this video will get motivated, will get this feeling that they can do it. Because if you could do it, why can't they? Everyone can do
Exactly.
it.
It's all like, it might feel, oh, for me right now, it feels like a dream still,
Mhm.
because I can't believe I got in.
Uh-huh.
But you can definitely do it.
Yeah.
Tell yourself that.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the right people surrounding you.
Mhm.
Like my roommate,
Mhm.
you know Maria,
Uh-huh.
but she was always manifesting and just giving me the highest hopes, even
Mhm.
though when I always felt down, like I don't think I'm gonna get in. I'd say that, and she would tell me, "No, you have to think you are, because I believe you are."
Uh-huh.
Right. So having those people that will motivate you and give you like the best advice will genuinely help you with your entire journey, no matter which college you end up.
Wow, that's great. Also, you see,
Yeah.
value after value after value. Yeah, so yeah, thank you so much, Cami. Again, it
Yeah.
has been an incredible experience hearing to your story, how you get in this dream, because you're living a dream basically.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and yeah, that's the end of our podcast. Hope that you liked it, and see you in the next one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.